Keep it high, keep it tight. I'm Jay Morse, Review Guide, back to bring you another 5-minute review. A bit of a kind of forewarning. If my voice is a little like gravelly today, and if I look tired, it's because I am. I didn't get any sleep last night, but insomnia doesn't stop content, and we do reviews here, and I have so much content that I want to produce for you guys, and it's not going to slow that down any. So I still plan, excuse me, to record every day and get videos out for you guys. So today we are reviewing this album right here, Eclipse by Veil of Maya. Before we get into the video, if you'd like to be shouted out, just leave a like on the video, comment, and be subscribed to the channel. It's that simple, and you will be shouted out in the description below. So, there have been 2 other newer Veil of Maya albums since Eclipse. There has been Matriarch, and there has been their newest album, False Idol. And they have a new vocalist. They lost their old vocalist that they used to have. I believe his name's Brendan, and their new his name is Lucas. And the reason why I felt like it was the most fitting to talk about this album in particular from the Veil of Maya discography is I like to focus in on albums from bands that are very stylistically different or diverge from a style, and I would have to say that Eclipse it's the last album where you really get that original Veil of Maya sound that they released from their first albums and their first EPs up to Eclipse, going into Matriarch and False Idol. They became much more, they always had the kind of gent formula to them that they combined with their own very niche type of genre playing of this extreme technical deathcore or progressive type of just music, metal, and they took that out of its comfort zone and they added a lot of different elements to it. But then they built this fan base in this niche genre, and then they decided to kind of move away from it in their next 2 albums, Matriarch and even more so in False Idol, to a very more progressive metalcore genre. And I have to say that it reminds me a lot of what Born of Osiris did with Tomorrow We Die Live in Soulsphere. I actually reviewed that album, so go check that out. It's just a little bit down my channel. You should be able to find it very, very easily. But yeah, it's a very interesting album because it's only 28 minutes in length. These songs are very quick, and it's somewhat of a concept album, but somewhat not. Like, if you look in the little the booklet and the album cover, if you buy this on physical copy, it has this kind of the story that it goes by. I'm not going to go in depth explaining it all because I gotta keep this going. The music is very it's good for the genre. It's nothing like super spectacular. It's nothing that you've necessarily not heard before. But the reason that I personally like a band that plays this type of genre like Veil of Maya more than I would like a band, say, like Chelsea Grin or Whitechapel, Suicide Silence, Early Bring Me the Horizon, Carnifex, bands like that, is Veil of Maya plays their deathcore to a very progressive type of niche, and they add in a lot of atmospheric type of gent and spacey type of riffage, and they add that in with the breakdowns that is usually in the genre and the riffs that are usually in the genre, as well as the vocals. And I'm a sucker for progressive music, and when I'm also a fan of deathcore, and I'm a fan of all of those bands that I just mentioned, but also, by the way, don't think I'm not, but I like it when they take that type of genre that I already like and then put it with another genre that I like. I'm actually reviewing another album coming up by a band called Slice the Cake that very few people have heard of, but more people need to hear of. The album's going to be Odyssey to the West, but that's for another video. In this video, I have to say, Veil of Maya really deserves a little bit more attention to their older discography because they're getting kind of more popular for their metalcore stuff, and it's surprising that they would move out of that and go to a more type of progressive metalcore thing. I guess it makes sense because bands evolve, bands change, you don't stay the same, that's just not how music works in general. So it makes sense that they would go ahead and do something along these lines, because maybe they just weren't really into the whole deathcore thing anymore, and they wanted to move on. But it's definitely a album that you want to check out because I really like songs like Winter's Coming Soon, The Glass Circle, Numerical Scheme. There's a lot of very good kind of spacey riffs, and just, like I said, they mix this hardcore type of aggressive genre with a more melodic, atmospheric type of tone that really mixes well and blends well and meshes well. Excuse me. And I really like how it came out, and it does what it needs to do. It gets in, it gets out. It's a fast album. It's not the type of thing that you got to commit like an hour or anything to. It's only it's a quick album. If you like the video, go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Keep it high, keep it tight. This is Jay Moore saying farewell.